Come on down, guys. Come on down. Come all the way down. Come all the way down. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Come all the way down. All the way down. Okay. Thank you. Good morning. Good, yep. Come all the way down. Come all the way down. And then go all the way to the end of the row. Go all the way to the end of the row so that people don't have to climb over you. Yep, come all the way down, come all the way down. Come all the way down. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Go all the way down so people don't have to climb over you. Or, okay. Good morning, come all the way down. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. We're actually going to start in literally a minute and a half. Come on down, come on down, come on down. Good morning, good morning. All the way down to the front. Yep, go all the way down so that people don't have to climb over you. Yep, come all the way down. Good job, good job, good job. Good morning, good morning. Come all the way down. Come all the way down, come all the way down. Come all the way down, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Come all the way down. We're starting in less than a minute, less than a minute. Good morning, come all the way down. Come all the way down to the front. Good morning, and then when you hit a row, go all the way to the end so people don't have to climb over you. Good show, good show. Good morning, good morning. We've got our hoods off. We've got our earbuds out. We've got, you know, all the things. Come on down, come on down. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Come on down, come on down. Yeah, well. Yep, come all the way down to the front. Good job, good job, good job. We're starting in about 20 seconds. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay. 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on down, come on down. Good morning. Good morning, Tigers.
We're offering free fiber-powered internet when you switch 4 mobile lines to Spectrum. No internet bills, no internet.
Good morning. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we welcome you to our first Purpose Pathway Assembly. This is the Assembly for Business, Marketing, Management, and Technology. Most of you who are here today have identified as a business student. You're a purple kid. You have said, I want to do business in some way, shape, or form. So to that end, we have brought in for you local professionals who are already doing what some of you may want to do. So as you're listening and you're giving them your full attention, recognizing that they took off work to be here with you today. That's how important you are to them. Okay? So we're going to absolutely give them our full attention. We will have a little bit of time for some questions. So if you guys, if something is burning in you that you want to ask a question, we want to have some time for that. But what I really want you to do is think about, as you're listening to the people who are on the stage, after Tiger 10 ends, you may leave and go to your third hour. If you stay, we're going to have some time for you to meet them individually. So this is where you start getting your networking skills. This is where you introduce yourself. This is where you ask questions, because you really want to know how they got to do what it is that they're doing, and they can tell you better than I can. Okay? So that's why we brought people here who are professionals in the world of business. So to that end, we're going to jump right in. We should be streaming already, so this is streaming around the building so that everyone can see this, because we also have kids at home. We also have some students for whom business is your second choice. So you really want to pay attention. And for people who don't know yet, because we still have a lot of people out there, truly pay attention to what it is that they're saying, because you may find out, oh, that's business? Okay? All right, so what we're going to do, I've got some questions here, and I'm going to ask everyone to answer the question. They're going to introduce themselves, and the first question is, who are you? And why did you choose this business? Because some of these are business people, they own their own businesses, and some people work in the world of business, okay? So, who are you, and what made you choose this field of business, and did you even choose it, or did it choose you? Okay, go ahead. I'm going to carefully get off the stage. Okay, go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Jessica Jones. I am a residential real estate broker, so I help people buy and sell houses. I'm one of the owners of the Social House Group, a real estate business here in Belleville. We've got about 50 agents that work for us, and I manage a team of about a dozen agents directly. I am also a BHS alumni, class of 97, and I am Luke Johnson's mom. Happy birthday, Luke. I got into real estate, to make a long story short, it's actually my second career. So I've got a degree in psychology and a master's degree in social work. I reached a turning point in my life where I decided that I wanted more control over my time, my energy, and my finances. So I fell into real estate, which allows me to continue helping people. That's one of my main motivators.
Hi everyone, I'm Carrie Castano. I'm a real estate developer. I got into it because my husband said we had to, if I'm honest. The very first thing we ever did was buy a billboard, which is a fascinating business. We owned a manufacturing company, and we were looking for a way to get income that was more passive. And so real estate development has really become that for us, and that's how we got into it.
Hello, my name is Devin Wisniewski. I am a franchise developer, so I work specifically within the restaurant industry, as well as I do own my own financial learning company. So I do things just like this, seminars and lesson plans, and try to give back to the community, specifically kind of this demographic of people, to just learn about basic finance and the importance of understanding how your money works and where it goes, so you guys can be successful in life. I kind of got into it just, honestly, the company that I own now, just because growing up I didn't really have money. Had a rough time growing up, and I want to be able to use the knowledge that I've learned over my life and in business to try to give back to the community and allow you guys to understand that with very basic core principles of education and finance, that you guys can achieve anything you guys want to do with your life. You just got to have a blueprint.
Good morning. My name is Ernie Crum. I'm the owner of the Crum Agency along with my wife. The Crum Agency is an insurance agency. We sell property casualty, which is basically home and auto, along with some other products, life insurance and a few other products. I'm also a retired teacher. I taught here at Belleville for 29 years. I retired 3 years ago. MEMIC is a company that basically sells to educators, so it's a peer selling model, which basically means that teachers are selling to other teachers, and it's a comfort level. Insurance and why we got into it. The joke in insurance is nobody ever goes into it on purpose. It's one of those industries that people don't think about. People don't be like, I want to be in insurance. What is that? You guys are sitting here doing business. What is business? It's kind of a funny term. It's like, that means you're going to buy something, sell something, service something, provide something, whatever that may be. Marketing, what is that? It's a broad base. So really, insurance is one of those industries that every single thing you could think about with regards to business is in insurance. There's an avenue or a part of it, from marketing to sales to service to investigating criminal elements to being what's called an actuary, which are basically the numbers people. It's one of those industries that's so broad-based that no matter what it is you would consider doing in what's called business, that industry has it. And the beauty of our industry, I sell a product that's required by law. You have to buy insurance. You buy a home, they'll make you get home insurance. You buy a car, they'll make you get car insurance. Once you get a family, you'll buy life insurance. You'll have health insurance. So it's one of those broad-based industries that it touches every single person. You may not buy every product, you're going to buy insurance, and someone's going to sell it to you, service it, and market it to you. So if you have that kind of thought or mindset, and as an entrepreneur, I can talk to you about that as well. So thank you for being here today, and hopefully we can give you some information.
Good morning. My name is Scott Wilsey. I'm a 1983 graduate of Belleville High School, and I'm also recently retired from Belleville High School as an administrator here as well as a teacher. But before I got into education, I was in construction, and that construction career in ceramic tile and marble work gave me the ability to put myself through college, got a degree in aviation business administration, worked for a large airline around the country, and then after a while I started working with my uncle here in Michigan in his construction business, growing it, got to a point where I wanted another career, and went into teaching, and obviously went in, then retired as an administrator.
Good morning. My name is Christine McCarley, and I'm a branch manager for Genesis Credit Union. And I started 37 years ago in the business, and I was in a co-op class through high school, and they placed me at another credit union, and I was a part-time teller. And I was able to do that all the way through college while I was able to support myself. After college, I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I had gotten my degree in liberal arts, and it just spoke to me. I love being around people. I love helping people, and I can't imagine doing anything else. And I've been with the current company for 25 years. And one of the things that I've been asked is why I stayed so long. I work for an organization that really takes pride in who I am as an individual, not just as an employee.
I'm Rachel McGovern. I'm with Edward Jones. We're over on Main Street. It's so different. So I started like the ECA program. I don't know if you guys have access to that, but I started that and I was led into a finance class that I really wasn't sure. I was a lifeguard at the time. I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I had a lot of access to college courses, so I was kind of playing around with some ideas of where I wanted to head. So I thought general business was a good idea. It would get me started somewhere. So I took one finance class in my second year and I fell in love with it. And I had my mom, she also works at Edward Jones with me. She owns the branch. She gave me the guidance and she was my mentor that kind of walked me through and helped me learn kind of where I wanted to go. So I started small in 2018 at the branch. So I was one of the administrative assistants there. And then I grew that education over time and I did all of my licensing tests and I became an associate financial advisor at the branch. So I've been doing that since 2022.
Hi, I'm Shelley Brown Chazinski, and I didn't choose funeral service. Most people don't want to, but it found me. My dad owned the funeral home that I just bought a few years back. I've worked there since 1999, but really I worked there my whole life because my dad had me vacuuming the chapels and dusting the tables and planting the flowers in the summer. Every day is different. It's not just working with people who have passed, it's working with their family and it's celebrating their lives. It's not a boring job. It's not a factory job where you're doing the same thing every day. And I say 95% of the time I'm spending it with the living, celebrating and learning about them and helping them get through the most difficult time in their life. So I'm a person who works with people too.
Hello, my name is Jason Maltone. Nice to see everybody. I'm actually with Benito's Pizza, the owner. My father's Benito. We've been a big part of the community for a while. He's been the Belleville stores on Main Street. It's been there for over 50 years. Belleville's very dear to our hearts. It's actually what created Benito's. As growing up in the business, I wanted to be a baseball player and I wanted to do other things. And obviously, you look and see what interests you. Ultimately, the community of Belleville was, always enamored with our pizza. We always tried to give a great product out there. And basically, it came to the point where people were like, well, I want to open a Benito's here, and I want to open a Benito's there. And a lot of young people at the time got into our company and ended up franchising in different areas. So I had the franchising department as well, and nice to see everybody.
Good morning. My name is Christian Williams, and I'm the owner of CJW Consulting Group. And my business is a professional development business, and I help people with resume writing, interview prep, LinkedIn optimization, and things like that. So when people are looking for a new career, looking to get promoted, or if they're applying for graduate school, I'll help them with their documents and their personal statements. Actually, this business kind of chose me. It was an accident. I had no interest in really being an entrepreneur at all at the time, and I actually did not like my corporate job I was in. I worked in the automotive industry and supply chain. Really was not interested in that career anymore. And during that time, I kind of had some friends that came to me and said, I helped them with their resumes, and they told me, they said, you're really good at this, and you should, charge people for this. And I said, no, no one's going to pay me to do that. And I was very wrong. And so I actually kind of took a big leap of faith, and I resigned from my job, and I was self-employed for about 5 years, just completely on my own, So that was definitely a unique challenge, and it really allowed me to step outside of my comfort zone. So, yeah.
Good morning, Tigers. My name is Ethan Lloyd. I'm the founder of Lloyd, and I actually went to this school and graduated here in 2019. So I'm not that much older than you guys, only 24 years old, and I own my own digital content creator agency, which basically means I get paid by businesses, politicians, and governments to make TikTok videos for them. Something that we all can do. I do it with my phone. I've gotten over 100 million views. I have a full-time team. I have people that work not just in Michigan, not just in Detroit, all over. I even employ people in other countries. So it has been very lucrative for me. The reason that I got into it is I realized that it was something that I could do. I knew how to make posts on social media, and I knew that every business needed it. So I found a need in this, I guess, new wave of marketing. And marketing basically just means visibility, getting more eyeballs on something. And I also speak on Fox 2 News as a social media expert. So this is something where we have a lot of knowledge on this naturally, and a lot of people don't naturally. And so I found an area to step in, because I went to school for finance. I didn't even go to school for this. And so I've been doing it since I was 18, 19 years old. I'm on my 6th year of business, and it's going very well. So thank you for having me.
Hello, everybody. Got to first give a shout out to my daughter, Tahara Howell. She won't let me live that down if I don't say anything. My name is Quentin Howell. I'm an Emmy-nominated producer, director. Used to work for Channel 7 for 4 years, and then I started my own company. Right now I do branding, marketing for other companies, obviously getting them into the marketplace, and obviously making their bottom line, their income grow. I got into digital media just by happenstance. I used to grow up loving to look at DVDs and the behind the scenes on how to make movies and things like that, and it just grew into a love. And then when I got older, I just sort of fell into it. So it was nothing that I thought I was going to do at your age. I had no idea. So, yeah.
Good morning, students. I'm happy to see so many of our students here. All right, my name is Tanika Craig. I'm the marketing CTE teacher here at Belleville. Very happy to be here. How I started, I will say that business and marketing was always in my bones. Early on, it was always something that I wanted to do. I had an entrepreneurial spirit even as a young person. I sold candy in school, and I became known as the candy girl. So it just kind of went from there. I got my degree in business management and leadership effectiveness. And my first job I had professionally in marketing was at the Kellogg Company. And so I worked in their ethnic marketing department. And I can tell you that it was fun. When you think of Kellogg, you think of cereal. It was fun. I had a good time there. But then I wanted to transition from corporate marketing to go to agency. So I moved to Chicago. I lived in Chicago around about 10 years, and I worked at different agencies, marketing agencies, digital advertising agencies, and I worked on everything you can think of: automotive, education, pharmaceutical, branding agencies. So a wealth of different experiences I had. I always was on the account management side of the business, working directly with clients to kind of understand what their problems and challenges were, and coming up and leading a team to come up with creative solutions to those problems, okay? So that's why I started. And then after 22 years in business, I decided that I wanted to do something different. And so teaching became what that was. I'm happy to give back to the students. And it's just been wonderful so far. I've had an excellent time learning about the students here and also being able to provide some real world experience.
Excellent. Let's give them all a hand. We're so glad that they're here with us. We have time for maybe 1.5 more questions. So again, guys, those of you who are going to stay, think about 2 people that you want to talk to. Think about 2 people that you want to talk to and that you want to ask questions of, okay? All right, we're going to start on that end this time. And what certifications or education did you need to be able to be successful in what you're doing right now? If you could just run that down.
Okay, so I have my business management, as I mentioned, and applied business management and leadership effectiveness. So that's just my bachelor's. And then I also thought it was important to get additional certifications. So because I had experience in business, I also have my certification in business as well. And I have that from Western Michigan University. And yeah, so those were my certifications.
All right, my certification is a digital marketing degree. To be in my field, you pretty much just have to go into either business, communications, marketing. Any kind of degree in that area will usually get you landed inside of a job within this industry.
I don't have any degrees or certifications to do what I do. I figured if I have a phone, I can do it. And so that's proven true for 6 years. I don't have any certifications. I went to school for finance and stopped my sophomore year because the business was growing so much that I needed to do it full time. So I don't even have a college degree. I have my diploma from Belleville High School, though.
I have a bachelor's undergrad in business with a concentration in finance from the University of Detroit Mercy, a certificate in Spanish language studies, and then I have an MBA in international business from the University of Detroit Mercy as well.
Well, I went to Eastern Michigan, but I did not graduate from Eastern. I was there for 3 years. The business got a little too busy, franchising and such at an early age, in my early 20s. But I just recommend that anytime you go into something that you want to do, you got to do your research, try to get on the job training, try to understand, just don't look at what a job will pay. You also have to end up loving it if you're going to be successful, because if you just go in for the money, more than likely you won't be able to sustain the ups and downs.
Great point. I have a 4-year degree, a bachelor's of mortuary science, because it's a second career choice. I also have a bachelor's of business, which helps me to run my own business. But the specific areas for funeral service are a lot. It's not just biology, chemistry, anatomy, and the sciences, but it's law, it's accounting, finance, psychology, religion, restoration, the arts, creativity, AI. Continuing ed is for all of us.
I got my bachelor's degree in business administration from Eastern Michigan University. And once you kind of get on the job, you have your licensing tests. So I did the SIE Series 7, Series 66, and some life insurance exams as well.
I have an associate's degree in finance from Washtenaw Community College and a liberal arts degree from the University of Michigan. In order to maintain my job, I've had to be licensed with a limited insurance license in credit products, as well as I am required to have an annual background check because I do work around currency, money, and other people's information. And I also had to get a licensing in order to quote mortgage products.
Well, in construction, really, it's about getting a job and getting experience. But from there, I got a degree in aviation business administration. From that, I was hired by an airline right after my degree and was doing the ground handling side of aircraft. So I had to be trained in all the uses of the different equipment there. So I got certifications and also became a trainer of that equipment because I was running the operations of different ground handling bases. When I decided to go into education, because I had already had an extensive, a bachelor's degree in science, I still had to get a degree in education. So I got another 4-year degree while working at Eastern Michigan University. After working in education for several years, I decided I wanted to go into the administration of education, and for that I needed to get a master's degree in educational leadership so that I could get my professional certification as an administrator.
Insurance, as I mentioned, there's varied things you could go into in insurance, so there's a whole broad spectrum of different certifications or requirements or degrees that you would need. I'll just speak to the level that I'm at as an agency principal or an owner of my insurance agency. Every insurance bureau or regulatory agency is regulated at the state level. So in the state of Michigan, you have to take and pass insurance classes and tests to be a licensed insurance agent. That would be what's called property and casualty. That'd be like selling home and auto, or health and life, selling health and life insurance. Those then are going to be requiring that you do not have to have a degree. You have to be at least 18 years of age. You have to take and pass the test. That is the requirement. So there are many people who are doing very well in insurance who are not on that track to go and get a 4-year degree, as that is not required. Now, obviously, there's advantages to having those type of trainings and programs, but it is not required for this industry. It's one of those degrees or certifications that is regulated at the state, and you have to continue what's called continuing education, as some people mentioned. Every 3 years, you have to take so many hours of continuing ed in order to maintain that degree or certificate, in this case, to continue to sell the product. Otherwise, you cannot legally sell or service insurance without having that certification and or that degree, okay?
So after I graduated Belleville High School here in class of 2021, I was enrolled in Eastern Michigan University just for, I think I was in marketing. Ended up dropping out at 18. I barely finished one semester there. And I went to something called Jets Pizza University. This Jets Pizza right here in town, I was given the opportunity as I was working there previously as a crew member to operate their franchise as a general manager. And I used that as my university right there. That was my on-the-job experience in the franchising industry and just from managing a business. As my career grew and I moved into more of the franchise development side, where I was doing a lot more things with number, I continued my education, and I'm currently enrolled right now for a Bachelor's of Business Administration and the management side through Western Governors University, and then as well with my financial learning company. I'm also doing some accounting classes through the Harvard Business School online to, again, continue my education. But my most important certification was my years of experience that I put in working in the field that I wanted to go to, and the education came later as I progressed and as I found where I needed to use it.
Devin, I love your story. I had a really formal education. So I was going to go pre-med to Hope College, and then that was horrible. So I ended up with a degree in theology. I guess what I would say is every time I did another career, I happened to lead as a subject matter expert. So I would go in and I would find out what the certification was for that industry. Jason talked a little bit about that. And I think that's really important, is just learning. But the number one thing I would say is, if you could be an expert at or be a certification, is in knowing yourself. If you can figure out what gives you energy, how you make decisions, what you value, I think that's the biggest thing, and that'll take you the furthest.
As I've said, I do have degrees in psychology and social work, which don't translate directly to real estate, but there is a lot of psychology involved in sales and marketing, and it is very helpful to have a good understanding of why people react and behave the way they do in certain situations, especially stressful situations, which is part of what I do. That being said, to be a real estate agent, you do not need a college degree. There is a 40-hour course that you need to pass, and then a licensing exam with the state of Michigan that you pass. So I did that, and then after 8 years of working as a real estate salesperson, I took an additional 90-hour course and passed a state licensing exam to become a real estate broker, which allows me to supervise other real estate agents. In addition to that, we're all required to maintain that license with continuing education every year that focuses on legal issues, fair housing laws, things like that.
Again, we thank you so much. Now, at this time, let's give them another hand. Thank you. Okay, so this is what's about to happen. We're going to ask them for their next question to be, when they go back to their tables, what do they wish somebody had told them about their job? What do they know now that they wish somebody had told them before they got into their career or industry? And as you see, we have all kinds of, between college degrees and not college degrees, it's really about putting that time, putting that effort in. So you heard that, right? He had to hustle. Everybody up here has had to hustle to do what it is that they need to do. All right, with that, those of you who are going to your third hour, I'm going to have you do that now. You can get up and go to your third hour. You've been a great audience. Good job.